Gemma 4 is all the hype, but is it the best AI model you can run on your MacBook Pro or Mini? I've been using Gemma 4 since its release, and it has definitely had its surprises. So I'm going to run it through my benchmark, show the app it makes, and at the end, I'll give it a final score and ranking. I'm thinking this model can punch above its weight class. All right, now it's time to let it cook. Gemma 426B is a free open source model from Google out of the USA. Here, I am running it locally through VLLM and using Open Web UI. The Gironimo Bench gives each model the same spec, but full freedom to design and build a real system. It's then scored across 10 engineering categories and ranked on a live leaderboard. I think I didn't give it enough RAM. I got this. Oh, looks like it's ready. Oh my gosh. Okay, this looks chaotic. Well, let's dive in and see where it fell apart. Design. I like the colors. That is the only nice thing I can say. The drop-down arrow on the leaderboard does nothing. No giraffe. The spec asks for one. No light mode. And you cannot deselect the philosophy buttons once you click them. You are just stuck. 3 out of 10. This is going to hurt it bad. One shot. This is where it gets weird. The model OOM'd on me, but I was able to restart it and get back in the game, and it finished with no problem. One shot. 700 lines of code. It somehow finished the whole thing. 10 out of 10. Drop me a like if you respect the Gemma 4 memory crash out. Architecture. Okay, this is where I changed my mind. Instead of scattering tiny pieces of data all over your code, where each button tracks its own state and chaos breaks out as soon as you add a second button, Gemma used one central store with a root reducer function. Every click updates that single source of truth. The store subscribe pattern then re-renders only what changed. That's real production code. The only miss? No explicit batching for multiple fast updates. But here's the kicker. Even paid AI models often fail at this. Gemma got it mostly right, 9 out of 10. 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm getting 40 tokens a second here, which at this speed, development work is fine, but it's one of the trade-offs you get with going to a local AI model. It's going to hurt the final score, 4 out of 10. Code quality. Clean, readable, consistent naming, no hard-coded data, the CSV fetches at runtime. Error handling exists for local storage corruption, which is thoughtful. But funny thing, get process data except a sort by parameter and then just ignores it. Always sorts by overall score. So the parameter is lying? Busted, 8 out of 10. Feature completeness. The spec asks for 6 components. We got 4. Tooltip is completely missing. Philosophy Explorer has 7 statements, not 8. And no category filtering. The mascot exists in the code, but not live. The code has it scaling, rotating, and bouncing based on math. Would have been cool to see. The workflow system works perfectly. 7 stages with score-based progression. Leaderboard fetches correctly, but the sort dropdown has no event handler. So you cannot actually change the sort. Half the features work, the other half are ghosts. 5 out of 10. Value. Running locally has its advantages of being unlimited and private, but it takes about 20 gigs of VRAM for this model. You don't need an insane rig to run this thing, but you do need a high-end gaming GPU or at least 24 gigs of RAM in your MacBook Pro or Mini to run this. So 8 out of 10. Best practices. No console errors, no security red flags, modern APIs. Gemma did not cut corners here, 10 out of 10. Performance. Lighthouse score of 85, layout shift is fine. The dependency tree is reasonable, not blazing fast, but it doesn't feel broken, 8 out of 10. Accessibility. Lighthouse says 95. That is generally good, but the background and foreground colors lack contrast in a few spots. Screen reader users might squint. Keyboard navigation works, 9 out of 10. Gemma 4 scored a 74 and ranks second on the leaderboard for now. This is not a flashy score by any means for a local model, but we're starting to achieve scores that only the cloud models compete. This model nailed it in one shot, even with a memory crash. It failed on design, missing features on mobile and desktop. I expected more out of it. This is for developers who have a capable machine and are looking for something that can do coding tasks and reliable development work. I would recommend this model. I put all this live on Gironimo.ai so you can see the results and play with the leaderboard yourself. Here's the final score.